Psg.Lgd's turn to ban.
Definitely a hero that maybe plays the most. So the expectation that Leshrac will go mid, a reasonable one. Kind of bring the question of who's going to be the carry that probably is going to lane with the E. I mean, it could be another Void game. ET plus Void, you've got some really good teamfight synergy there. Not an easy lane if you're against that Ogre Invoker. Harassed quite a bit.
5 seconds remaining.
But ultimately, you don't have to free farm to win this game. Having Leshrac team is so nice because it's this magic damage hero that also takes objective.
He also has a physical.
Yeah, Leshrac. So it's something you're carrying. You don't have to get something that takes, you know, towers, for example. Leshrac brings that to the table. Just pick whatever you feel suits the. Plenty of options though. They kind of know what the lane likely is going to be that Ogre. Okay, they banned the OD, so they are expecting.
Still
10
get
seconds remaining.
You mentioned Faceless Void would not be.
5 seconds remaining.
Faceless Void, that's big
enough.
Faceless Void.
One of the few teams that have consistently played Void despite him being out of the meta. I mean, we don't really know who's in the meta right now as far as the carries go. It might be Void that is re-emerging, but.
And they have a ton of damage. Like Elder Titan, you have Leshrac, Rube.
Newbee seems. What are they going to be getting? Probably looking for some more lockdown and control. Something to stop Void just being able to time walk around. Or at least, you know,
You can always go
lock him
for
down.
Or Emp Spirit.
Stop Void just being able to time walk around.
So
Or at least, you know,
you can always
gyro,
go
lock him
for
down. Yeah.
Or Emp Spirit.
Gyrocopter can stop the Leshrac. We're going to see some max homing missile? Or is this still more standard build?
I mean, I heard about the gyrocopters building into for extra magical damage, especially if you have like heavy magic nukes on your team.
Sounds crazy, but I like it. I'm a fan. Let's see it. Some Veiled Gyrocopter. He's got so much magic. As much as Gyro's considered one of these carries that scales, if black you want to click, all your items, they add up.
And you're not gonna have mana problem. A lot of man farming or fight. Now you're gonna have a CM on your team. So
see the CCNC Gyrocopter. Sven, how do you feel Sven does this game? What was the idea behind picking as their
maybe it's just a comfort pick for your war. Sven right now got nerfed a couple patches ago. I think patch, but he's still a viable carry. Like the amount of the damage that he dishes in a fight is good, and if you get a pickup, he's like that in the roach.
With the burst, it's one of the heroes that can threaten the Void. To kill him off before he gets a chance to time walk away. Here we go. We'll hop ourselves in. Game number 2 is on the back foot. They had a decent day 1, Newbee. They were 2 wins, 2 losses, and that was
looked like it could be a 4-0 for them.
It was, yeah, that's the thing. But starting off day number 2, that was day 1. Day 2, they've started off. Whoa! They want Chalice to get those tower hits, but they're waiting. It's a trap. Trying to get those retaliate procs on the tower with the missile. They're going for this kill. They're going to look to bring down Chalice first. Blood goes Snake King's way on the Ogre. Is there a revenge kill? CCNC is there. The Storm Hammer is there. Underneath the X Nova. He's taking tower shots with another Nova coming out. It's going to be 2 kills. It's an all-in 5v5 in the mid lane. Time Walk forced out. Arme gets out of there. Some fun early game aggression.
Snake got the first blood. CCNC said dire because body blocked him, and they also got 1 more kill.
But with all those right clicks on Chalice, he still goes to lane with 13 retaliates. He gets more! You know, normally you expect to get like 3 or 4 from the tier 1 tower. He gets a lot. He gets the max stacks. Okay. That's 20 seconds of bonus damage. Oh boy.
Ogre is gonna use a stun. That's gonna be 3 for Newbee.
Alright, 3 bounty rune. We will see Center having a very big laning stage advantage down bottom though because of these retaliate stacks. Not something Sven can really contest last hits against, or you don't even want to be right-clicked by it. But... So ultimately, Sneaking Ogre got the first blood, which means he goes to lane with Stout, Quelling Blade, and Magic Stick, and lots of health regen.
Has an extra 100 gold on top of that.
Yeah. But ET plus 52 damage. He's got double damage. He's trying to go in for the right clicks, but with the cold snap, he's not having the best time. Snake says, I can right-click you, my... Honestly, Ogre is able to trade against the double damage ET. Again, here we go, ET. He's ignoring the Ogre. He's going for the Invoker. Cold Snap on for 3 more seconds. Nova needs to be careful. This next Cold Snap, if it came in a couple seconds sooner, they would have actually been able to get that kill. So this is the dual lane that seems equipped to deal with the ET.
Ogre right now has 39% physical resistance. Then armor. You're basically dealing half damage to him.
Pretty damn good. Poor Ogre, they did use a decent amount of money. He had to use the Fire Blast just to help the Invoker out, because Invoker only has the 4 armor. So, level 1, fairly strong for Newbee in the offlane. Similar thing for GG in their offlane. The center already used those Retaliate stacks to secure the first wave. 4 last hits with 2 denies, so didn't lose out too much despite all the Retaliate being there in place. But he has been right-clicked. You can see here his health down to half HP. He's being bullied a bit by this Centaur.
Rocket, 1-1-1 build far on Gyro.
Yep. So it was used just to make him miss range creep.
And he's toggling Ring of Assy on and off.
In the mid lane.
Yeah, trying to mess around with the last hits.
Pacer in top. Omnis is not going to go for win the race. That one back at top. It's the offlane Invoker, the 4 position. Cold Snap and EMP is bullying this ET, who's still level 1, so level 2.5 on both Newbee offlanes. A big creep wave coming in. Nova may just want to lead them XP to try to get his level 2 from this lane. Void, not kind of wants level 6 on Void, but at the same time, you're not like a super level dependent hero. You don't mind your support leeching XP as a Void.
You're farming under the tower. He has a Quelling Blade there, so it's going to be much easier. Jumps on Nemesis. No bash though.
Free damage. Nova gets plus 64, so he's going to get the right place here. This is Cold Snap. He's going to have to use it. He turns it with the creeps here. That's going to maybe keep him alive, but no, he gets the right hits in between the hits. Next Nova. He's out of mana. He kind of wants to die here. Maybe not to the Ogre of sorts, but he's going to be forced out of this on the ET. Could just go for a side. Here, we'll see what he does. But looks like may even go for a pull, he says. I'm not done here. I'm in still in this.
He wants the suicide for sure.
He's going to pull first, but yeah, like you say, he doesn't want to stay in this lane with no health, no mana. You haven't got any value to your lane in this current state. He's actually going to walk home. He leaves the pull here, not going for the last hits. He says,
"This could have suicided. You put Stout Shield in your backpack to die faster. Come back to a lane."
Yeah,
it would take less time,
even with added respawn time. Yeah. That was our mid lane looking. Jared, 2 points Rocket Barrage, so not leveling up the homing missile, just the 1 value point so far. And that pull camp did end up killing off the wave, but it pulls the wave back, and that's where he helps out the Void a bit. Double bash. Ah, mate. With those denies coming out. Bash. Lane, how things looking? Gyrocopter CCNC 13-5 to the 24-3. Left winning the battle so far.
Well, no one is controlling the runes. CCNC got both haste and regen, which will get him to level 5 using the Rocket Barrage to secure keeps top lane.
He's back with full health mana, which means all the bonus damage going back into this lane. And Cold Snap, but just on cooldown. Be careful with that Cold Snap cooldown. Not till level 15 do you get that reduced one. This lane, I feel like it may start to get hard for Gyro. You can make different because if Flesh goes on. Since you do some good barrage damage, you haven't got the best ability to farm and out CS the Leshrac.
They have some amount of experience right now. Whoever gets 6 faster will try to grab a kill. Bounty Rune just spawned. keep the banter runes for him because he has a bottle.
Yeah, it's going to get the 6 bottle charges out of this. Even use one on FY maybe, or maybe use it from... Meanwhile, top lane, it was, what, 3 out of 4 banning runes? Lgd. DP top, CM coming up. Just do some warding, it looks like remains on top of the vision game. Had 3 of the boards, he's going to get some of those back now. He swoops on in. Going to make sure there's no ward on the cliff. No, he's not going to put it there. Puts it in the lane. Just out of range though, the Dire Observer ward higher up though. Doesn't find the ward, Psg.Lgd. And this means the Sven is being left alone to the bottom lane. With that Centaur not in the lane right now contesting.
Gyrocopter is level 6 if someone wants to make a movement on mid, try to grab a kill. Sea Creep is approaching, another rune on top.
Yes, you can see getting every single rune, it feels like. Well, he's got a bottle, but 9 them from Leshrac, the key thing here. The range creep. Somnus having an A-OK time here as Xnova, I think, rotating in, spelling trouble here, but he's going to pay for this one. He was not ready for the Rocket Barrage plus Cold Snap, and that's a quick, easy kill. Better him than the Leshrac, but ultimately, a kill's a kill, and Newbee will be happy to pick that one up.
For sure. They still have cooldown, and the MSS plus Pilot Eye should use the smoke and try to grab a kill. Bottom lane looks juicy. Centaur still not level 6.
Continuing to get some farm on the Centaur. Casual Bracer picked up. Phase Bracer into Hood, it looks like. It's all magic damage on this Radiant side. You've got Gyrocopter as a mid. 4 points in Rocket Barrage already. Until Sven gets some items, you're not worried about any physical damage coming into play.
They didn't use the smoke, so this deep ward from LGD will scout them out. Oh, they're under the ward. I mean, if you wanted to make this kind of a play, you use the smoke here. They even use the shrine.
Oh yeah. Well, this is going to be well read, and they may leave Xnova mid to tank this smoke gank.
Are scanning.
Puts an Observer ward on the low ground. It's just going to stand a little bit behind it defensively. But Leshrac has just left lane. Rotating top. They've got Chronosphere, so there's an opening to use it. I'm sure they would love to right now. But Radiant Vision scouts this rotation at the same time. And with Pilot Eye making his own movement towards that top lane, he gets down some vision for the team. So nothing's cooking for either team with their rotations. Both teams with really good vision game and scouting out all the movements.
Newbee support still waiting around the mid.
Yeah. I mean, they're like, well, if they're not going to give us a kill, we're going to get a tower, right? CCNC is just going to start right-clicking in this one. Stomp not latching onto CCNC, but at the same time, they haven't got the best lineup to punish these absent heroes. They don't really push all that fast with this Gyrocopter. Another ward. Xnova putting wards on both sides of this mid lane. Really looking to try and keep this T1 tower alive. Setting his team up for success. Is he going for this kill? Thought about it, but thought better of it. D-ward coming in from the Rubik.
Not too much action happening at this point, and this is what we've seen yesterday when Queen of Pain goes for not Talisman and the Bracer. Lash is doing the same thing. Bracer, the best out of those 3.
Yes. Everyone's buying braces. Centaur's got one. I don't know if we'll see any on these Agi heroes like Void or Gyrocopter. Looks like Wraithband is the name of the game there. Double Wraithband on Gyro, but just a single on Ame. He's hit level 7 now, maxing out the time lock, so he's got the pure right-click damage build here. And the time lock damage is magic, so Oka with all that high armor, it's going to still take some decent damage from time locks. Double bash, Ame just going to time walk away.
That's stolen EMP. Rubik, level 6. This is how FY plays. His position 4 gets level 6, even though without any kills, he's only involved in one of those kills, but he takes so much experience. Sometimes he doesn't get the lane for himself alone. Another death by Twilight Eye.
CCNC's rotated in, but Chalice has got the Stampede to disengage. And with the Spirit Stomp, they're actually going to sleep up CCNC. The Splitter follow-up is there, but I don't think they want to commit to this one. CCNC was failed. Pinky. Bannerud, exporting Xnova once to get it. He will pick it click damage. The tornado doesn't hit him though. And as a result, he's going to get back to safety. Chalice still charging forward, has another host stomp. He can find a target for it. Noir finds a regen rune on top, but it's going to be Psg.Lgd claiming the bounty runes and not losing any heroes in the process. Like, surely Nova would die there, but he managed to survive.
Yeah, Faceless Void tried to TP bottom, but he got stunned, and TP got cancelled. Otherwise, they would have gladly taken that fight. You can see Somnus hesitating a little bit, whether he wants to stun Gyro or not.
Yeah, that army rotating on him, that would have looked really nice for them, but not the case. Midas queued up, so not going for the Battle Fury that we saw last game, a different build from Arme.
I think in the previous game, Battle Fury was justified because he had that Ring of Health from the laning stage, which he wanted to upgrade. And I mean, you still need an item to farm with. Usually on Faceless Void, it's either Hand of Midas or you go for Maelstrom.
For the most part, Psg.Lgd are going to be pretty happy with this kind of passive laning stage where they're just getting a lot of farm across all their cores. The Sven, though, you are having a much better game. He's got his own Midas. Last game we saw him very under-leveled playing the Sven. For this game, he's had a lot more solo time. He's already hit level 10, used his Midas, and is farming up the jungle with cost. It will be CCNC playing this active Gyrocopter. Phase Drums is the build-up he's got queued.
He needs to create space. Still, he's gonna scale if he gets the items, but Yavar kind of quiet as a carry. Is not involved in many kills.
Would you rather see him try to get more active? Or is he just a fan, you're happy for him to
In
farm?
this game, I think it's fine. It's justified. Has a good timing on Head of Midas, will just continue to farm.
His Fire Blast stolen by Rubik, so that's why he's continuing to take whatever spells he and whatever creeps he can. They bolts mid lane, 18 last hits already for FY, level 7 on top of that. I don't think he actually took the experience tome this game. Not sure where they ended up. I'm sure ET took one, although the second one, not sure where that was. Maybe Leshrac. Leshrac's level 11.5. He is very high level.
That could be Lesh.
It was either him or Void, I feel like. Those are the two high level heroes.
Yeah, but FY not taking the tome. Come on. Ah, there it is. Lesh just got it.
I mean, I like it on Lesh. Getting this fast level, like, we're going to have level 2 ulti without it, but Leshrac's one of those heroes that you benefit a lot from all these early levels. I guess maybe he was hoping his team would buy. Another tornado slightly off of X-Nova's ET.
They definitely need levels on this Invoker. Even with the dome, he's only level 6. About to hit level 7 though. But you want to have that Vex maxed out.
He's got the urn here, but he needs to start building up some charges if he wants to be able to combo it with the Cold Snap. Lgd looking to intent to get aggressive down bottom right now, but they've just finished off a Yule Scepter on Leshrac, who can very easily rotate down to this bottom lane. Imagine we'll see the group up to take a fight. Army with a Midas, he's just going to keep on farming. Midas Maelstrom, the build he's got queued up.
He has full Mjolnir queued up, but he's going to get probably BKB right after Maelstrom, so he can take a fight.
Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower.
Whenever Chinese teams play Faceless Void, it's either Maelstrom, Mask of Madness, and then straight into BKB.
Up on the high ground, that one not scouted by the Radiant. Somnus is very scary with this potential Yule's initiation. The find here, CCC should be the target with the homing missiles there. Somnus does not want to follow this up as a result. The being popped now as well. Yule looks to go in for the hooks. Can't find a good target. Chaps just all his mana. They took Highlight Eye, but that's just a Crystal Bait Army. He rocks up to the fight with his Midas, but a lot of good attack speed inside this atmosphere. The Earth Splitter is there to combo it. DCNC, no BKB, no way out. He died. The buybacks kicking in from both sides. Rubik and TM use these buybacks to try to take this fight. Yuara's come to this one with the gold trick. One more stun. He's going to get Arme. Big kill for Yuara, showing up to a fight, but unfortunately for him, the Yule Scepter with the chain stuns is just going to be enough to bring him down. It sure as hell looks like it. This Leshrac's magic damage just too damn heavy to lift onto MSS to pull him in nice and close. They've got the sentries and the dust for the Ghost Walk. MSS, he's still fairly fast with the next movement speed. He jukes the stomp, and it looks like he might survive FY. He's stolen one stun though, and that nuke damage brings him down.
Yeah, FY bought back that fight, got 2 kills, exactly what he needed. I think they could have saved the faces for it if Lashik used just a tiny bit earlier that Yule Scepter and Pili die again.
Yep. Slowed up, didn't have any escape. Easy kill as well as the T1 tower. Pili, I think, just a bit stuck there. Didn't have a TP. He pulled back, it was a dieback. He pulled back to that fight, and as a result, he was trapped. So it is going to be Psg.Lgd coming out slightly on top of that fight. Both teams losing some big heroes. The Void goes down, as does the Sven though. Carry's dropping. It's the Leshek though who, to me, is the real winner of that fight, since all the other mids carry died. He's level 14.5 now, and suddenly has 1200 gold on top of that after. And he queues up a BKB. I think recognizing that the magic damage this game is what's going to be the end of him.
I'm wondering what talent he's gonna pick up on level 15. Like 15 strength is tempting, but most of the lashes go for movement speed because you have a Yule Scepter anyway, you get boots of travel after, and then you're just zooming in into the fight.
Yeah, all that bonus movement speed. Still really nice when you stack it together.
But this kind of a build, just Yule Scepter into BKB, he's gonna run into mana problems.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dyer's middle tower is under
Newbee,
attack.
they're smoked up. CCNC coming in from behind. They're going to run the next node, perhaps CCNC. Ignored. Newbee's going for the bigger fish, but the stun is there from the Stormhammer, followed up by a splitter. Potentially, CCNC in all sorts of trouble. He desperately needs a BKB, but he's still so far away from it that it instantly killed off CCNC, and then Pili followed up, death to the Split Earth, and full and freezing filled.
I think they're gonna maybe deal some damage to the tier 3s. Oh,
is under attack.
blink. He actually forgot to blink.
The head bonk. Yeah, he knows.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Straight out of the old Looney Tunes playbook there. Not quite what I was hoping for, but it's a one fight and a tier 2 tower without Void even being needed. Void's just sitting mid lane farming with his Might Medicine. They'll happily take that trade.
Sven's still on top of net worth, getting
Radiant's
closer to
bottom tower is under
BKB.
attack.
And Lash just bought Boots of Travel, went for that movement speed talent, 500. But this kind of a build, it's more greedy, getting a Boots of Travel at this point. But you can have full mana,
Radiant's top tower
and the Boots of
is
Travel
under
will
attack.
pay off in 5 to 10 minutes.
It just feels so nice with this movement speed playing against players like Gyrocopter that want to get nice and close. Even Sven. It allows you to position and kite so much better in these fights. If they get on top of you, you can just outrun them. You've got a full 100 movement speed advantage over Sven and a 50-60 movement speed advantage over the Gyrocopter.
What do you think about Invoker position 4, at least in this game?
It kind of looked okay in the laning stage, like as far as dealing with EP, but at the same time it's felt a little underwhelming.
Oh, he just ran into them. They're gonna flop a dust.
They're going to be time off forward aggressively. It's coming up soon. Charging on forward instead. CCT down bottom. He just got destroyed by the Electric ET. And looks like Zone ET dying one by one. Zone snaking towards him lane. Alice blinks away as well. You are pop the Godstring for that one, and they're just chasing more. Godstring being used. Newbee, they're on the back foot here. They're going to barely dodge the Echo Stomp there as Somnus was hoping to find another kill.
Phase boots on position 5 Elder Titan. I would not mind seeing him getting Wind Lace on top of that.
All the movement speed items.
Yeah.
Full stuff queued up for now, but things starting to slip away quickly for Newbee. Psg.Lgd are playing some very crisp, clean Dota here. Definitely a team that has kind of quietly come into this international. Not really talked about as one of the favorites, but definitely after they run last year, they're coming back playing with the same roster and have had just a solid year. They convincingly, easily qualified for TI fairly early on, and seeing them at the top of TI would not be out of the realm of possibility.
We didn't talk too much about LGD, what their chances are of winning this whole thing, but I think everyone would expect them to be a contender for sure.
Yeah, there's certain teams you look at and you're like, yeah, that's a team that's going to win championships. The way, you know, you look at, that's like Liquid in the past, OG, VP, Secret. That's what you say when you see LGD and PG Gaming as far as the Chinese teams go. It wouldn't be a surprise or a shock if LGD won a tier.
Not at all.
Big fight breaking out here. They're going to take out the ET, start the pit off. It's the then BKB timing, but Chalice with the Stampede trying to kite this one. He's got the pipe here. He's going to pop it on himself. He's got no backup quite in range just yet. FY Stormhammer is dodged by UR. Nicely played here. It's a very tanky Centaur still, as he does get off the Hoofstomp. Fire Blast is there. Void comes in, drops the Chronosphere, catches up 2, wants to go for UR. Looks like they need the Leshrac damage to split it. Follows up the Chronosphere, the stolen Stormhammer as well, but Leshrac doesn't have the damage to kill UR. He's just too tanky. They're being forced back, and Newbee, they're charging forward. They want more kills. Somnus is being chased down by a homing miss. So he's beating out. He's got the Yules as well. Does he pop it? No, he's just going to take the stun. Whoa. Whoa. He's in deep. He's surrounded by the entire enemy team. He's been taken out. He's now being tornadoed up as well, and Newbee are winning this fight. UR with the strength is just cleaning up, and Allied Eye gets a double kill on the end.
What could have been only one kill for Newbee turned out to be extremely good for them because they could just left their Titan there. He's position 5. Sven used BKB to kill him. They're kind of hesitating whether they want to take a fight or not. It's one of those, we're going to follow our teammate into death.
Yeah. Well, one by one they fell down there, and I think for LGD, you've kind of got to settle things down a bit, play around what is very likely going to be BKB timings. Leshrac has one queued up. Void doesn't have queued up just yet. He's finishing the Mjolnir, but you got to imagine it's probably the item to come afterwards. Against these newbie heroes, BKB is going to be the name of the game.
He desperately needs that BKB on Faceless Void.
This up the enemy jungle, but has hit level 18 with the Bloodstone completed, so he's even secure a lot more health to play around with him as well.
At one point, whole Newbee's jungle was boarded. Now they only have one observer ward in the base, which reveals the items that Kerr is bringing, any smokes to the base.
Looking to keep fighting with this BKB on Sven now. I think was this a Blink Dagger now as well? Yeah, he's got BKB and Blink.
It's go time. They just need to push mid lane a little bit, and the Invoker just used Meteor to push it out. The top lane is being pushed in, so they need to do something about it. Double BKB. It's go time for Newbee.
Ready to fight. And as far as answers to BKB go, I've got the Chronosphere, but they haven't got best damage in Chronosphere if they're BKB. More likely than not, they're just looking to disengage using Stampede as far as playing into BKBs go. Come Newbee smoked up. FY, he's got Blink Dagger, he's going to pop the and blink away instantly. You are trying to charge forward and then even goes for a blink to follow, but will not catch FY, so good positioning from FY's Rubik.
And it's going to be their last smoke outside of Newbee. Not sure if they have any in shop left, but it's gonna be hard to approach a team fight. But just around the ED scouting the spirit.
Look to just use Ghost Walking Invoker, kind of like as a Nyx Assassin, it's a scouting tool. It feels like MSS's job is just to run around the map and try to find some pickups for the team, or at least get info. Definitely what we're seeing a little bit. Centaur. A lot of enemy. He's going for an extra creep or two. He needs to be careful. He needs to blink now. He's up to the high ground. FY though, he does not have to blink out. He's going to get picked off. Dead for 70 seconds as well.
They could try to go for a Roach, even though it's really scary. Getting Roach against Elder Titan and Faceless Void. They chase more. Oh well, now it's Roach time. Sven up the Godstring.
Is forcing his bottom. He split pushed a little bit, forced the CM as well as the Invoker to rotate in. But those are not heroes they need to kill Roshan. Ignite from Roshan to the neutral camp. That should know something's up. Yeah. Where the hell is that Ignite coming from? But you know something's up too late. in some trouble. He may have ages, but that he's now worn off, and he's chasing him down.
Oh, he was hesitating with a stun, but the flash trap will connect. He's done.
He'll have a stun now. MSS, what can he hit a tornado? Looks like he's going to go for the cold snap instead. Helps on CCNC. Now the buybacks come in. The Sven buys back as the TP to the tier 2 tower. Blinks in as well. They're saving CCNC, and Somnus in all kinds of trouble now. Cold snap has one off. Chalice goes blinking in forward to try help his buddy out. They've lost CM though. And Ame is just so scary in the front lines with this Mjolnir. He just goes launching it forward looking for MSS. Doesn't get the first hit bash though. As a result, he gets forced back. Has got the time walk cooldown.
And that was a buyback from Yar. He didn't even have ulti, he just wanted to save the gyro. I'm pretty sure that's not worth it for them. Because they didn't get any kills out of that.
It looked like they were trying to get the kills there. They weren't just hoping to save his life, but Psg.Lgd did a really good job disengaging. Following that one up, they march forward, they group up. They have a chronosphere for 45 seconds on the Psg.Lgd side. Does look like they're gonna stall this game out until the BKBs come up. Both BKBs nearing completion. 600 gold for Somnus and about 1,000 gold needed for Ame.
At this point, Gyro doesn't deal that much physical damage at all with the item build that he went for, so Sven will need to address these BKB carriers.
Even the Sven, I feel like his physical damage is obviously significant, but it's not incredible. Like, he hasn't got that follow-up item. BKB blink, and that's where he's still at. He needs that crit of sorts. Jungle, Pylai died, caught out. Tornado is there, but they've got the follow-up damage. Now 19 Bloodstone charges on Leshrac.
And that's a big BKB for him. He can TP back with the DOTs.
That's just that.
They're waiting for phases for his BKB. He also just hit level 20, cast range, time walk on level 15. Also needs to use that massive Python. There it goes.
Phew. Espresso. Just doing what he can to push our lanes. 2 points in the Exort, so not the scariest or high-level Invoker just yet, but we will see that Invoker transition into the Acceptor and try to get some more levels to well and truly scale into that late-game Invoker that we all know and love. Pop just trying to get what farm he can as well to work towards his next time. There we go. Has the Crystallis queued up, so... Did have a Bloodthorn queued up earlier. We'll see just... Looks like the crit stick. And then he can figure out if he wants to go Daedalus or Bloodthorn.
Smoke from LGD. See what they can do with it.
Teams playing around each other though. Could see a big team fight breaking out. They see Pylai die now. He's dewarding. Not the ideal target to go for, but they may just take the CF. Quick easy kill. Stolen.
Easy Bloodstone charge.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna take probably 2 towers on this side. Might even continue. Try to threaten a high ground a little bit with the Edict. Centaur double damage also building some retaliate stack charges.
I think if you're a newbie, you're just looking to shove out these other lanes. MSS.
Yeah, this is the thing that I mentioned in the previous series. Safe lane towers are not dying. See, tier 1 on the bottom still standing, and they just killed the tier 1 tower.
29 minutes in, the safe lane tier 1 tower goes down as Somnus leads the charge of the Edict. They get not just 1, but 2 towers, so a good chunk of gold and map control taken away from Newbee. Psg.Lgd perhaps going to be off next Roshan here. Not going to be respawning for quite some time. They look to play around some of these new item timings. Chalice has a Lotus Orb picked up now. FY looking to build towards an Acceptor. The double BKBs is really the scary timing, which is where we're at right now. You don't feel good as a 4-position Invoker, like you can do a whole lot when these BKBs kick in.
Smoke? This is being picked out. They know something is up. I think he just scouted him with the Spirit.
In goes Yoar, but the BKB is popped just to dodge the Stormhammer to stop Yoar from doing a whole lot. Yoar needs a BKB himself. He does BKB, but he's caught inside a Chronosphere. They got the damage to kill him off. He goes for the bomb. Is there. Brings 2 in. Nice and close. Yoar blocks a lot of the damage with his BKB, but the right clicks. CC and Yoar both so incredibly low. Yoar trying to juke into the trees. He's going to just turn and fight. Yes, he goes the stop, keeps the CM in place, stopping the freezing field from coming in, and Yuar just TPs on out. Nice tornado disengaged, and Ame got deleted. CM will go down, but Newbee have a decent team fight.
Everyone was so low, but they couldn't not manage to bring them down. Also, CCNC, Tipa to Shrine. He's gonna pick up 2 bounty runes for his team.
Yep. Scans it to be sure he's safe, and oh, needs to be careful. Oh no. CCNC, he thought he was safe after using the scan. Somnus is gonna look to go for this one. He uses the Bloodstone just to heal himself up a little bit. The Ogre not stunning immediately. There's gonna be a Sunstrike, but it's just not a whole lot of damage, and it looks like they will barely save CCNC as Somnus does end up going down. Yuar rotates himself with the BKBs on cooldown. There was no defensive play for Leshrac to make. Are they going to try and kill Chalice here? He's very tanky. Stolen freezing field from FY on the backlines here, but he gets stunned and that gets cancelled, and Psg.Lgd are just dying one by one. They're being outplayed by Newbee.
Newbee, what seemed to be a really bad engagement. Sven blinks in, uses a stun on Leshrac, who just pops a BKB, and then uses Edict to deal some of the damage. I think they could have just backed off there. Now Sven's gonna take the tower on the bottom lane. Free tier 1.
Got that solo crest buff as well. Such a key item to have on these utility heroes. Buffing up your carry with solo crest is just such a nice improvement to have.
The thing you don't notice is how much damage Ogre deals in a team fight because of the attack speed that he has from Bloodlust, Hand of Midas, and he went for damage talent.
Plus 100 damage on
But
Ogre.
you do not want to focus Ogre in a team fight. He's so tanky. He has a solar crest and pipe. So he just stands there and hits people.
Psg.Lgd will be kicking themselves a bit about that last team fight. It feels like they were the ones that chased for the kills and ultimately got baited in because of how low both Sven and Jarrett were. But the BKB's being used, stopping all that damage inside the Chronosphere. Not just the spell damage of the Leshrac, but even stuff like time lock damage being magical.
Sven is not the target that they want to focus, especially if he pops a BKB.
Yeah.
Just kill the others and try to kite around the Sven.
Even all the bonus strength from God Strength make him so incredibly tanky there. We'll settle down and we're back to a fairly even game. Roller coaster of a graph, as we can see here. The net worth just under a 2k gold lead. Oh, even lower now. It's a 1k gold lead for LGD. It's going quite according to plan. They are looking to maybe drag the game. If it goes late game Void, well, 25 Void with a lot of items, I do feel like the Sven is going to have issue keeping up and being kited around with that BKB getting down to 5 seconds. You've got to worry about what you are doing with team fight, but now it's still an 8-second BKB.
Yeah, both carries on Newbee will fall off if this game goes past the 50-60 minute mark.
Is definitely the big concern. Leshrac will be very happy the longer this game goes when those BKBs get shorter. Even heroes like a Centaur can be such a beast in the late game.
And it's really pain in the ass to play against Leshrac, who's level 25 with the Edict damage and Boots of Travel. Leshrac also bought the book for himself to get him closer to that 25. Void. He's gonna have enough money to buy Lincoln.
I hear a gem being dropped somewhere. Centaur? Yeah, Centaur's got a gem now. Cess will TP on out. Don't want to get caught there. I believe Void has the money for the Lincolns now if he wants to give up his buyback. And there we go, he'll buy it. Next Roshan. Respawning anytime. It will be 1 minute and 20 seconds from now. Something we know but the teams do not. He will be posturing around this Roshan pit constantly. Forge Spirits, summons being used to scout it out.
This Lotus Orb is doing so much work removing the stuns. It's great against Gyro to echo the rocket back, also removing the Spirit Vessel. Ogre almost has enough to buy a full Hex. Multicast a Hex in a team fight.
Sounds pretty damn nice to me.
Sounds like we're about to see some Ice Frog dropped in the chat.
Picked it up. Full Hex completed. That's the GPM talent. We did see that one Ogre go for cast range, and often it's, you get to this late game stage and you kind of wish you maybe had that cast range, but early on GPM so good. He would not have that Hex by now if not for GPS.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Roche will respawn in 5 seconds. They're scouting it out. So there's a Forge Spirit inside.
Dire's scouting out with that Astral Spirit a little bit. Roche will respawn. Pings come out. That's the plan. Either team can really easily commit to it unless they know exactly where their opponents are. But both teams will be looking to win a team fight around this Roshan pit so they can follow up by taking out Roshan and grabbing that Aegis. There we go. Lesh has hit level 25. Edict explosion damage.
Somnus knows something is up.
Blind Dust.
Invoker was scouting him out.
Rubik has Axe by the way.
So does Invoker now.
Okay, both 4 positions getting a lot of farm this game. Book level 16 with that Aghanim Scepter.
Is under attack.
Quite the levels you'd like to maybe see on Invoker, but still decent. There's a healthy exo points now as well. And Void going for the backtrack, not the Chronosphere AoE. Wants the survivability.
Yeah, and this position for Invoker, if he gets level 20 Cataclysm, that's insane. Like the amount of damage you can deal with your position 4 hero.
And I imagine he's taking the Tome of Knowledge at 40 minutes. He's probably the most... Gyro's... I mean, level 25 home missiles is nice, but it's not that crazy. Invoker hitting level 20 seems like the big timing where they get a whole lot scarier.
I want to see that Hex multicasted in a team fight. Just hacks the whole team.
Teams keeping away from one another. Heading into late game Lacoste. This is the stage
This is what we want to see, right?
I mean, crazy late game Dodo. An Ogre with a Hex is definitely one of those crazy late game things. Roshan, only Rosh number 2, so no Ags, no refreshes just yet. Not quite the crazy late game stage until those refreshes and Ags come in, but Psg.Lgd, they're looking to get to that late game point. They're trying to smoke up, see what they can do to catch people by surprise. They scan this area so they know if they can kind of make their move on in. They're going to maybe catch Newbee by surprise. They're coming in, flanking them from behind. Newbee themselves is smoked up around this Roshan pit. Here comes Chalice. Can he get a good stun to lead things off here?
Oh, wrong way.
They're kind of camping out this top lane. They see the Forward Spirit around mid. I think they have an idea of where this Invoker might be. Do they see anyone? They have no vision in this mid lane. They will see coming towards them soon. Army is on the high ground here. They got the Blink Stun. They initiate it. They're going to go with the Invoker. This is such a big tool to get. He's got buyback. Instantly use it. Highlight Eye gets jumped by the Void. He pops the BKB as well. Cronus being could be used. Catches up to. Locks him down in the BKB. Centaur War Runner. He's very tinky. He's getting down nice and low. Has got the Solar Crest to keep him alive. He gets off another hook stop though with Sophos' magic damage. They're just shredding apart Newbee. The BKBs are worn off. The Chaos Speed. Deathing Glove. MSS is Invoker with the freezing field. So much damage coming out. Lestrix getting low. He's trying to nuke his way through this when he hasn't quite got the damage. They kill up the Gyro ever so slightly. Just there was FY. And Psg.Lgd themselves going to start committing buybacks. The Void does not have one though. He's dead in this fight. Dead for 90 seconds. FY dead as well. Chalice. He's getting down low. CCC's buyback is going to be just enough to kill him off. And it's
dieback on Chalice.
Dying back on Chalice.
They're gonna pop the shrine and they should instantly go into Roche Pit because Sven bought back in the fight. He wants that Aegis. Even though Sven is not the best Aegis carrier. 1, 2, 3 buybacks on side of 4 actually. Also CCNC bought back. I think CCNC is gonna pick up the Aegis instead. 4 buyback transformation heroes on Newbee. The best Aegis carriers. And it was
2 buybacks on Psg.Lgd, but
problem was they caught the Leshrac on bottom. BKB 1 second.
Oh. He's gonna go for the TP out here. That may have Roach, he's claimed. Aegis, he's 8 on CCNC. What a big team fight to win here, Newbee. Having those buybacks made a difference. In Psg.Lgd, they committed in heart, knowing that they killed off the Invoker, but Newbee, it's so important to buyback around these Roshan fights because often you throw away your life, basically kind of have a calculated feat to win your team a fight. That's exactly what ended up happening for Newbee. Whereas Void,
he did not have a buyback. Yeah, Void went all in with the items. The Eagle Song still has that handedness. Even with the backdraft, they managed to bring him down.
Buybacks is the name of the game. That's what won the fight for Newbee. Void came back and did so much damage.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And Invoker just bought the dome.
There we go.
That's gonna get him to level 20.
Cataclysm.
BKB on Hunger, getting closer to level 25 as well.
There's a back from center as well in that team fight, so he's still respawning.
No one has a buyback at this point besides Elder Titan.
I guess Void is kind of close theoretically, farms a little bit more gold, but he also may just want to buy his butterfly. See what he opts for. Will Newbee look to break high ground or anything while they've got this Aegis? Wait and see.
Dire are scanning.
We're in. Thomas will snag that one. Picks up the soul booster, so looking for that Octarine core.
He does not have a buyback, so he's going to go the items.
Makes sense. You know, buy a gem, knowing how important this vision control is going to be.
Elder Titan's still keeping his gem. If they get a good Earth Splitter and the Chrono on multiple heroes, I think LGD can win this fight easily, but they need to wait for Aegis to be gone.
And if they wait for Aegis to be gone, there's going to be this couple-minute windows where there's no Aegis and there's no buyback. Both Newbee carries bought back in that fight, so even though Newbee walk away with Aegis and Cheese and perhaps feel like they won that fight, they had to commit so many buybacks that
they just need to drag the game.
Yeah.
Post Aegis, because Spaces Void will have a buyback and he's going to have this big item.
If he can have butterfly plus buyback and then you wait out the 8, yeah, it is Psg.Lgd who have this kind of slightly scarier looking late game, I've got to say. But I'm gonna get there. We're at 42 minutes. We are in the late game, but there's that kind of late game, and then there's the real late game, which is where Acceptors, refreshes, and all that kick in, which will be Rosh number 3, which is the next Roshan. Not respawning for some time. I mean, we're talking about next Roshan when there's still an Aegis on Gyrocopter, but it doesn't seem like Newbee that intent on pushing high ground with Aegis, and you can't really blame them, because even with Aegis, if you get CC&C on the high ground, they can just kill him twice.
Yeah, for sure. Now he has a Satanic, so some of the stuns are not gonna last that long. Centaur is getting closer to level 25. I remember some of the meme games, Gyro against the Centaur, where he gets Retaliate Aura for his team and Gyro just dies because of the flag cannon. But the push stomp duration always feels like a better time.
Yeah, I think longer duration is just like it sounds like something you've always. With the Satanic, that shorter duration though meant the stomp didn't actually hit. He goes into the stomp. CC doing what he can just to turn and reflects the homing missile, so CC getting stunned and stuff. Just trying to kite and buy time. You want this Aegis to expire, and I say that they're going for the chainsaw, they're going for the Earthblade. CC BKBs, the Satanic, the status resist, helping him out, blocking a lot of damage by hitting the back off now. Yeah,
because Aegis is gonna expire, no BKB.
He almost hit that hoof stomp, but CC got just in time. 40 seconds on that Aegis, and yeah, Newbee are not breaking high ground. It's just so hard to siege. Even with CC having the status resist to get away from some of these stuns.
I love talking about level 25 talent. This is when the game becomes interesting.
Yes.
What would be your real life level 25 talent?
Real life level 25 talent? I would say it is the ability to snap my fingers and have coffee in my hands.
Wow. Mine right now is being tired without doing anything.
Wait, you want to be tired?
No, that's my level 25 talent right now in real life.
Okay.
CM.
Pilot. Hi. This is
he's just fishing for some info.
There's a blink and a TP.
Shield card.
Fast.
Sounds good.
Probably not really worth for that one extra creep wave. And by the way, learning his lesson, doesn't pin Butterfly until he's got buyback as well. I think his team probably chewed him out a little bit for that previous I were buyback. Things still pretty settled here. Neither team convincingly has an edge. I mean, we talk about Psg.Lgd's draft in this ultra late game being a little bit scared because of the void factor and the short BKBs make it hard for us fan, but it's still, you know, a lot of burst damage can come out from this Sven. Gyrocopter with the satanic
Radiant's middle tower is under
all these
attack.
turn fights around with that status resist and the ability to just heal up to full.
Fizz was always one of the strongest carries, and now with the faction of Vagon Interceptor that you can consume, and also a Moon Shard, he can play this game in 80 minutes. It's gonna be so good, lowering the cooldown of Chronos here if it comes to that.
They get high ground ward here in the side. Voka's not joining the fray just yet, trying to get some going in the top lane.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Trying to force some rotations back to defend. What's FY stealing here? Oh, so bloodlust.
Is under
That is so
attack.
nice.
Really for Faceless.
Top lane being ignored. They don't care about the creeps there. They want to go to the high ground for Summons. He's jumped onto the BKB. You are in his own BKB for time for the Cruncher. He's going to set up his Cataclysm, but the Cataclysm inside the Cruncher army. He absolutely destroys his teammate. He tried to help him out. You can't really blame him, but the Emerald it was the easiest Cataclysm of Invoker's life. It's the void combo.
He tried to save her, but the Cataclysm on top of it just finished him off. Yeah. Roche may respawn in 50 seconds. Also, they lost the tier 3 tower to siege units on top.
I'm sure I'm going to get beat, but that one doesn't. Chrono, he's going to die because he can't get off his BKB. So
Dire's bottom
Chrono was the tempest. But if anything, that's on. Maybe he needs to pop his BKB before that Stormhammer hits. He can't afford to get Blink Stun there. If he's going to go on the high ground, he has to be quicker with his BKB. As a result, they want to force out these buybacks. ET's still dead for only 10 seconds. He's unlikely to use his. It's the Leshrac dead for 70. One last hit in the last ready. Look at his attack. Oh boy. He is one fast hitting machine. They will just. Well, are they going to get this one up? Next Chronosphere not up for 48 seconds, and that's why Newbee was the confident to push high ground. Smaller Chrono. The one out there absolutely baited. Will finish it by the Acceptor. He popped CCC looking to turn this one, and Newbee will happily as Psg.Lgd don't kill. I think they were pretending to give up the racks, and they jumped the Gyrocopter when the racks had 15 health. Catching it by surprise, but ultimately he had the cheese to get it up and turn it around. And
the Roche bomb, the early Roche on lots of Bloodthorn. He's not the refresher shard. I assume they're going to give that to Invoker.
I was going to say Invoker. Sven's pretty good on too for the double Godric, double BKB, but it's okay. Refresher Hex?
You can hex the whole team. You can hex 5 people.
Dire's top
if you
shrine is
multicast
under
from-
attack.
Don't worry. I know everyone in Twitch chat was thinking it. You know, it's a reasonable thing to think about, but
Dire's top
not
shrine
coming in
has
next
fallen.
patch. There's going to be some multicast refresh. Don't ask me how it works.
Radiant's
It's again,
bottom shrine
it's
is
Newbee
under
with
attack.
winning fights that leads into Roches. Same as the last one as well.
Yeah, I apologize to Ogre. I
Radiant's bottom shrine
forgot
has
about my
fallen.
boy Ogre having a hex.
It's got that 300 fire blast damage too. This is where the late game Ogre can be a bit of a beast as well. He's keeping on a refresh. He wants triple hex, triple fire blast. I mean, it's 8-second cooldown, so it's not really the fire blast.
He also has the fire blast damage talent on fire. So 540 damage with spell amp. That's gonna get him
586 times 4. You know, it's an Ogre. He's multicasting times 4. I believe it.
2,000 damage from your Q. That's bad.
Yeah, he's going to be deleting people. Here we go. Chalice. Both teams posturing around some of these bounty runes. PSG want to take a fight. CM is and they may actually get the jumps. He's got the Aegis though of the ideal target. When he drops the Aegis, he can't get the BKB. They're trying to just pick it out. They're not hard committing. So that he's got the Aegis as well as a BKB, so they can't go and throw everything in. Chalice gets hexed up. The Chronosphere comes in. He's dropping the backlights. Where's the follow-up damage? So I don't think they've got Earthquake's coming in. It might be too late. Though. They've not seen BKB was wearing. They decide to get out, and Nova maybe left to die here. And luckily for him, he's going to stampede, but no, the rotation from Crystal Maiden gets to the Frostbite, and since people finish losing the gem. Sent our party to they try to save the gem, but they're going to lose both Nova and FY. True. But he was up, but he was dead.
A buyback.
Yeah, I think recognize that we're going to instantly buy back next Nova, but he's not Nova. But at the same time, Chronosphere also down. There's 80 seconds without Chrono. This could just be Rax. They could go for it. I don't know how LGD can defend. We're going to find out. Cataclysm. Stop pushing it. Medic is there. The front line is CCC doing some good damage. He's just trying to focus down this rat. He has no mana. CCMP. Mid lane. Going on here, BKB on Summoners. CCC gonna get stunned up. He's still got this Aegis, but as you said, out of money, so you kind of looks like Aegis will be popped. Nicely played, but the Sven goes look to counterlane one police, but BKB Godstream. Actually, no Godstream now, but without that, he's a bit lacking damage, but is there gonna be enough? It looks like he will get the left track, but the track instantly buying back. In goes Boy with BKB. Wants to bring down you are taking so much damage. After with the BKB, straight from the park. The time of looking for Boys, to find it. They fight in the trees, it's the Crystal Maiden. They need to find one more kill. They're looking, they're hot. CC's TP, he's gonna make it. The BKB beat from Snapping. There's the clap from Ogre, self-clap with it, boys. Oh, he gets himself out. And just Yuar dropping. Yuar looks so swift. I think next to the ET Aura and all that magic damage, the Void is really starting to hurt. They do only lose a range routes.
It is doing a good job not getting close for the physical damage aura, just using natural order to remove the magical resistance, following the heroes, while Lashrak is just melting them down. A refresher on Lash. So you can pop the BKB twice, 2 Shiva guards, can use the Bloodstone, heal them up.
Service to imbalance.
And Rubik hits level 25. Also, 7-second cooldown on telekinesis. Highlight die, that's a... Oh no, he's got... Well, he's not only ball back, he Invoker ball back earlier. Hey, and he's instantly take now.
Double damage will play with Solar Crest.
Spooky stuff.
This is buyback 2.6k. Yeah, you can buy them with Charter in there.
Fight back. It's the symbol you gotta watch out for. That's the carry. Bounce back. Multiple home missiles. You're throwing those. CCNC. And White steals it too. Says hello. Doesn't really want to hold on to this one, but he's got access to that very low cooldown. He's just throw this out to steal something new. What is this? It's World War II here. Just homing missiles being thrown out. Double hexes. He got the multicast hex. He hex up 2 people. There's it follow army. Time walked out. Steals flat cannon.
Dota is such a fun game in the late game. Yeah. They could have been staffing those rockets as well.
Now, another homing missile. More dispels being thrown around everywhere. Homing missile. Okay, that one's going to be dodged by the BKB. Stampede, he actually has the pathing with the active center. The Chronosphere catches up the spin you are. He's dead with buyback. He's even a pop with the Crystal Maiden as well. They may just need to use this Sven buyback. They're losing this fight for Armic. He time walks in forward. He catches up the Invoker. That's a dieback. No buyback. It's a 3v5 fight all of a sudden. And that's not looking good for Newbee. They fall back to Sven, but this fight looks all but over as CCNC dead for 2 minutes as well. And oh no, this feels like deja vu from yesterday. Newbee, you know, picking up these leads, but unable to convert it. It's not a... They've got 3 heroes dead.
This is why one with buyback. What is the strongest heroes game? Nicely placed Chronosphere on 2 people, and Sven, he just dies. I mean, status resistance doesn't really help you. Again, Chronosphere, there was not even Earth Splitter used in the Chrono. He still melts. Also,
the Void with Bloodlust, by the way, that entire fight is so nice.
Radiant's middle
Charge. Ame gets stunned up and nice 4-star defensively pulls money. Still hexed up. They got the damage. It's going to be close. Ame gets the stun walk away. The 4-star FY saving his buddy there. Ame, I think we've seen him over a little bit. That was close. But that's what these 4-stars are for. Those exact situations. You just
Pop the smoke.
You know there's no buyback on Invoker. And yeah, Seam as well bought back, so they know there's no buybacks here. Chalice getting retaliate procs on the default first. Well, Seth finished right with down.
They need to be careful about multicasting hacks. He also has the refresh.
That's when stuff has to be used. Well, he gets caught the stun of other forces with helping with the second force up. He's just pushing him away. He used that refresher to try and burst out the void with the chain hexes. And it just wasn't enough. Now the flash damage. He has multi-count times 4. But it just doesn't work. It's stun staggered. Spreads the damage out. Well, that doesn't work. Oopsie daisy.
He has the corner ready. In a second, he'll probably buy travel and be back.
Not for those 4 stars. They actually lose void. The refresh hex is just such a good way to go in him. 4 stars being used to counterplay it.
Are scanning.
There's also damage reduction as well as the pathing.
Centaur running out of items at this point.
When you've got Ags, yeah, you need that refresher. May even backpack its boots. At the same time, buyback, of course. You're not buying something like a refresher to give up your buyback when you're just a Centaur. Hey. So that gets as a counterplay to the Hex. I die. Close. He does not want to start on Roshan. He's going to now. Boca. That's that. One strike. Nah, I'm just going to time walk on out.
I mean, has a buyback, but maybe needs to be careful.
That's the big one to watch. Neither carry has buyback himself. The Leshrac without on the LGD side, and the Gyro Sven without on the Radiant side. Radiant buyback, they have 0 buybacks period on the Radiant. It's only Psg.Lgd who can use this Void or the Centaur as bait. Playing around Roshan with buyback when your opponent's stowed.
They want to bait with faces. That's the thing, because he could travel to PP back, has a buyback on top of it. If needed, lanes are in a really good position for it.
Okay, they're trying to get some boards down. Pay with the Nova.
Some lane is pushing in. Needs the best.
This is nice high ground board, so hoping to use vision to set something up, and it doesn't look like either team is going to get the jump they were hoping for in the Roshan pit. I mean, like you say, he's just baiting. He's not even hitting Roshan. He doesn't want to die with Roshan low health, and if you give Newbee an H, it's like the worst case scenario, because then you suddenly get back and they have H's, and you feel like you can't fight.
And with level damage on Faceless Wolf.
Magnum's run void at this stage. That would make such a big difference, but with double damage, he feels like he can go for Roshan. Tornado comes in, and that's going to get rid of that double damage. Just held it off. X-Nova's going to be, he does not have buyback, and this ET is fairly important in this fight. The Spirit with that aura combined with the Crystal Spirit, there's a lot of damage that this EP brings to the table in its spell. But he has BKB to help keep himself alive. That's a 5-position ET with BKB.
He can actually stand close to a fight with the BKB, remove their basic armor as well.
This is going for. A lot of these buybacks are coming back up. Invoker has buyback once again, and Leshrac is coming up only 30 seconds away. It's the Gyro, the Sven buyback. That's 3+ minutes.
When they have a last buyback, they're gonna go. They want to go for because they are keeping the track of timings from Newbee.
Like you say, right with the buyback on the Leshrac coming back from line. Instantly in the pit, 5 seconds away, so it's essentially back up, and they've shown in this bottom lane, it seems, because I believe he killed Roshan. He's got now pilot after this, he's got a blink dagger the stun strike. He tries, just doesn't succeed. And where did that axe go? Was it no? Oh, you hit Void, right? Yeah, Void got it. Okay, so now we have 60-second cooldown Chronosphere. Such a quality of life improvement in the late game for a Void. You can use that Chronos for solo pickoffs. Don't feel bad about throwing it, even for something like a support.
I think he could go Aghanim to someone else, because with the Aegis, he's running out of slots. He can't get any big Moonshot. It's already consumed. He could have bought the forms, doesn't have enough for buyback. Sure. In Lash or Elder Titan.
I mean, a little bit short of having the buyback plus acceptor with the synth. But
He's gonna get it eventually.
yeah, I mean, taking the greedier approach. Maybe boots travel level 2 or something. Refresher like backpack for even. There's that easy late game possibility. But where's the refresher at? Okay. No, Lestrek has his own refresher. His refresher shot on. So not buying. Oh, I Stampede. Yeah,
He got it.
okay. Triple Stampede in this upcoming
3% damage reduction.
Under
Good luck, Newbee.
Yep. Here we go. It's going to be how long? Gyrocopter? No platform 2 minutes, which means Sven's is also kind of similar. Like without Sven buyback. Newbee may just want to delay this and not fully commit. They really want to have these buybacks before they take a team fight. Problem is, Leather Boy, good high ground.
Another stolen blood.
Look at this backseat. Yeah. That's a good spell to have used higher ground vision. Everyone says, surprised not, but like, let's be cycling through enemies.
Bloodlust and the solar crest.
Do look for the current that instantly delete him and send back immediately. This is now there. The void could have been taken out once. They got a second way to kill him. Crystal Main on the backline to BKB. And just the same with the free kill. Just the void with the BKB though himself. Doesn't have Chronos, he's going to turn and fight. He can't really deal with the spend damage. To refresh, had the second BKB. He needs his CC version. And he could miss it. And he's also giving himself a full. Somnus did not use the BKB already. So be careful now. The void is incredibly low. Does have back on the start. Walk away. Now the Sven in the front and pop the cheese, keeping himself alive. But he hasn't got gold tricks, but he's actually going to do some. There's 1 or 2 more right clicks. Should be enough. They do. Newbee held their high ground. They're going to revolt Psg.Lgd.
Oh, he got him.
Not.
Told the Stampede, they still managed to bring them down. How many bullets did they use? Only Ogre.
Not many. Yeah.
Ogre,
Invoker.
okay, Invoker as well.
Yeah, but the carries, those are the ones you don't want to see being expended here. Newbee. The War as well, CCD, win that fight without using buybacks.
Right now, Void has 9,000 to be able to afford the refresher and have a buyback pretty soon. And back also 4,000 gold.
They're hunting. They're coming in. They don't have here though. They really need an Hex. There we go. I made BKB TP.
It's a 5-second BKB, so you don't want to risk anything. You know that they have no spells that go through BKB, so you're just going to use it anyway.
Yeah, without one, 2 hexes, right? Yeah, CM has one as well. That's the only way you can kill him if Ogre shows up. But Ogre, no boots of travel. He did buy back, so he's out of gold here on the old Ogre. Buyback. One used. Psg.Lgd want to use as fewer buybacks as possible here to defend. Nice track. Maybe holding this. Trying to delay this. They get the sleep instantly, and second buyback comes in with a Chronosphere. They get TC and David Soulhammer is there. Ahmed, he gets hexed. He gets to the top. Ahmed, he's careful. He's in trouble. He's being fire blasted as well with the Cataclysm. The damage is enough. Gonna kill the void. Instantly buying back. Does he have a refresher? He does not have the money to buy it here, so we won't see his second Chronosphere. Either front lane trying to heal himself with the satanic he's doing with the life, but he gets stunned up again. Does get killed there. Both cores from Noob have buyback. Yep.
It's go time. Roche may respawn more than 3 minutes, so need to force out those buybacks. And this last set of racks at the bottom, they actually have the range racks with 200 HP on top.
It actually ended up being important that Ame had the BKB bottom because he didn't have BKB for his chrono. He gets stunned there because his BKB is on cooldown.
Ame should buy that refresher right now because he used the buyback. No point in selling the gold. 5,000 gold for refresher.
Unless there's something else he has in mind, but I think
he
see
has
what it would be.
a lot of damage. They just need the second chrono, I think.
Yeah, and he's getting plus in these fights. There's not really any other survivability items other than Lincoln BKB that you need. But we'll see. They may just be playing for, his next buyback. That's 7 minutes away, so.
He could get Satanic to have a lifesteal and status resistance against the hexes and all the stuns.
So buyback status. Gyro Fen is now.
Time is money.
The script is now in Newbee's favor as far as having buybacks go. They've got 2 buybacks on their cores. Problem is they may have to use them now. If they could using them, that would be huge, but These racks are
15 seconds for Sven. At least one of them has the buyback. Maybe they can try to hold for Gyro without the buyback.
Yeah.
I think that's the plan.
Use the longer one, the one that has a longer respawn time. In the front lines gets hexed up. They're just trying to delay this one. Pylite die. Just throwing out his hex to delay. They're not even get to try and initiate. The thing blast pushing the arm. He's going to team over. He's still lying here. He's out of mana. That's why he's falling back. He gets deleted instantly. I think he's fresh to boost triple. No. Oh yeah, TP scroll. Even he can bind it. Yeah, you're right. He just used his TP scroll to boost.
It's so risky what Somnus is doing right now.
Somnus. The front line is completely in. Lotus on the base, crash on the ground. He actually jumped into Chronosphere there now. Arming hits. Once we're down CT, that's one dead. Does have buff back. Arming just looks for the Rex string. EB infusion doesn't want to look for it, but they don't use well. Ulti and get out. Yeah, they need to run away from this one. Challenge. He pops a stampede, but he's been frostbitten. This is Arming. He's committed high. He's going to buy back here. He's track. Arming's dead. It's on the sideline. Psg.Lgd may have taken the bot lane of Rax, but they're in trouble. They've lost Centaur as well. 2 heroes dead without buyback. There is a range Rex up top, perhaps 2 minutes without this is heroes. He wants the mega creeps. He knows if he gets megas, it's so much harder to push. Does he risk dying?
He has a BKB. If he pops a BKB,
TP out?
Yes.
Yeah, he's going for
a refresh.
There's creeps to the base. He's going to just instantly. Oh, there's a glimp. Ogre's here. He's going to refresh it. Trust me.
He's going to refresh it and get the Rax.
And he's going to pop another BKB TP again. Yeah. Somnus gets the megas. At the same time, 90 seconds. They can kind of push this out. But the problem is, it's not a full fight. They've got 2 heroes dead themselves. Invoker dead for 40.
They don't have enough time to actually kill the Raxes, I think, on the mid lane. Also, do they have a glyph fortification?
It's just scary because
it's ready.
Mega creeps, these side lanes are pushing that much faster, so the threat of being like backdoored or losing your base is that much higher. You cannot afford to get caught out here. They think they know where it is. They're chasing after them. Oh yeah, they force out a BKB.
They're just buying time.
But that's still a BKB being committed.
That's a full. And with the God strength, I mean, they could. No one has a buyback at this point.
You are going for the tier 4 towers. You've got Ben, Chris Ledrick back to try and solve this one. They throw out the first stun here. They've got to take this fight. They can't just a Newbee take the throw here. We got this one. They're going for the throw. They're trying to focus it down. Your up pops a beat to the Godfrey. They're just looking to throw GG. Who cares? I mean, basically a Mega Creeps comeback. They had Mega Creeps, but
they did.
Absolutely crazy stuff.
The amount of the damage that Sven deals after he pops the God Strength on the buildings. They also have the AC to lower the armor on it.
Yep.
I think Armin made a huge mistake.